पनिकृन्तनो तनुभृता गोविन्दगानामृते पापोतापनिकृन्तभृता गोविन्दगानामृते आनन्दाम्बुदिव बुद्धिवर्धन कैवल्यनिस्तारक वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणिं सदा तुच्छवा त्यक्त्वा तूर्णमशेषमण्डलपति श्रेणिं सदा तुच्छवा भूत्वा दीनगणेश करुणया कौपीनकण्ठाश्रितो भूत्वा दीनगणेश करुणया गोपी भावरसामृताब्धिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नो मुहुर्गोपी भावरसामृताब्धिलहरी कल्लोलमग्नो मुहुर् वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको वन्दे रूप श्रीजीव गोपालको पूजत कोकिल हंस सारसगणा कीर्णे मयूराकुले पूजत कोकिल हंस सारसगणा मयूराकुले नानान्यत्ननिबद्धमूलविटपा श्रीयुक्तवृन्दावने नानारत्ननिबद्धविटपा राधा कृष्णमहर्निशं प्रभजतो जीवार्थदौ यौमुदा नादा वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको वन्दे रूप सनातन सांख्य पूर्वक नाम गाननतिभिः कालवसानी कृता निद्रा सांख्या पूर्वक नाम गान नट भी कालावसानी कृत निद्राहार विहार का दिविजित चैत्यंत दीनोचय राधा कृष्ण गुणस्मृतिर्मधुरिमान् नानन्देन सम्मोहित राधा कृष्ण गुणस्मृतिर्मधुरिमान् नन्देन सम्मोहित वन्दे रूप सनातनौ रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको राधा कुंड तटे कलिंद तनया तीरे चवम शिवटे राधा प्रेमोन्माद वसाद शेष दशया ग्रस्तो प्रमत्तो सदा उन्माद वसाद शेष दशया ग्रस्तो प्रमत्तो सदा हयन्तो च कदा हरिर्गुणवरम् भावाभिभूतो मुदा भावाभिभूतो मुदा वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको हे राधे व्रज देवी के चललिते हे नंद सुनो कुता हे राधे व्रज देवी के चललिते हे नंद सुनो कुता श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पाद पतले कालिंदी वने कुता श्री गोवर्धन कल्प पतले घोषान्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे खेदर्महाविह्वलो घोषान्ताविति सर्वतो व्रजपुरे वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो श्रीजीव गोपालको वन्दे रूप सनातन रघुयुगो Shri Jiva Gopalaka. Jaya Jiva Goswami Jaya Prabhupada. Jiva Goswami Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jiva Goswami Jaya Prabhupada. Jiva Goswami Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Srila Jiva Goswami Pad Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Nitai Gaur Pramanande Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. So today is a special occasion on which Srila Jiva Goswami entered the eternal pastime of Radha Krishna, Golok Vrindavan, and as his follower of his line, we will be remembering his pastimes and his life history in a snap or in a short form. So Srila Jiva Goswami Jiva Goswami was one of the most prominent Vaishnava scholar of his time. Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they also wrote many literatures, but mostly they were compiling Rasasastras, that is, the intimate pastimes of Radha Krishna and such literatures. But Jiva Goswami, in turn, wrote philosophical backbone. He compiled the books which stands as the philosophical backbone of Gaudiya Vaishnavism. He was a erudite scholar in all Shastra, and he compiled one of the most important work, as Srila Prabhupada mentions, Satsandarbha, which is most important Sanskrit literature and most eruditely written Sanskrit literature of present age. That's what Prabhupada says. So, just to remember who he was, how it all started, we must remember that he was the nephew of Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. His father was Vallabh. And he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu during his first attempt of Vrindavan Yatra, which he thought he will go through Bengal. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took sannyas in around 1510 and AD. And after that, he went to Jagannath Puri and almost immediately went for South India tour. So next 2 years he was touring South India from 1511 and 1512. 1513 he came back, and after he came back, he spent his time there about 2 years in Jagannath Puri, where Ramananda Rai and other associates came and slowly gathered together. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 1513 onwards, he started telling, I want to go to Vrindavan. Please give me permission. Without all your permission, it is difficult for me to travel. Because you people, you will feel very, very morose and dejected. It will be very difficult for me to travel in that, looking your all sad faces. To go to Vrindavan will be difficult for me. So please be happy and give me permission. But they will allow, yes, Mahaprabhu will, it's too hot. You go when in the summer, when it becomes a little cold. And after that anyway, there will be 4 months of rainy season. And then it will be too cold, Mahaprabhu. Here, Vrindavan becomes too cold. So it will be difficult for you to travel. Why don't you travel when it becomes little more hot? So like that almost 2 years, they were somehow postponing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's travel to Vrindavan. Then finally in 1514, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, no, this time I must go and you have to give permission. Then finally they agreed, and many of them were also going together with Mahaprabhu. And then there is a big description in Chaitanya Charitamrita how Mahaprabhu was traveling, and King Prataprudra arranged with all his associates, and they used to go almost until they reached the area where Yavanas, that is in the Muslim kingdom, it was outside Utkal. Bengal was ruled by Muslims. So till that point, from Jagannath Puri, he used to send prasadam for all of them when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling. And there used to be new hut or new house made for them to stay, and their food. And all the government employees of the local employees, they were all given instruction. As soon as he comes, you have to receive him and go around with him and make sure he stays in comfortably, make plans like that so that now he is staying here, next day he will reach there, another new house. Next day he will reach there, another new house. So that's how he was traveling. And then when he reached the border, and they said, oh, this local minister, he is very, very bad and arrogant. And somehow, it's a big, great story again. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime, like that he traveled to Bengal. And there was, after his sannyas, first time he is coming. He was already a very, very famous, and a big followership was there already when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left. But very few could come and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Utkal. So when he came, as soon as the news came, Jana Samudra, it was a horde of people, they will come and then have darshan. Wherever he stayed, his travel became very slow, and anyway he met many people, and then again preached and traveled and danced and chanted. And that's how he went to Advaita Acharya's house. Where is that? Santipur. So he went and stayed in Santipur, and Advaita Acharya organized his mother to come, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mother, Sachidevi, to come there. And she was cooking for him, and he was meeting, and then discussion, all that happened. And then finally he said, okay, now I have to go. So he went, and he went through Ramkeli. While he was in Ramkeli, that time Davir Khas and Sakar Malik, that is Rupa and Sanatan, who were almost like a Muslim dress. Their appearance was also like Muslim. And they came and met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are stuck here. We want to come. And then they showed very humble position. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that your humility is, seeing your humility, my heart is getting, Hridaya Phate. Phate is like, I am feeling so, I don't know what is. I am getting torn apart. My heart is getting pained seeing your humility. You are also, Sanatana Goswami was the prime minister of that kingdom, and Rupa Goswami was the finance minister of the kingdom. And they are coming and falling at his feet and saying, Kyami Kyano Mure Japeta Patra, and all that. Basically, I am nobody, and please forgive me and save me. We don't want to be here. He said, time will come. You now go back. So after they went, so that is the time when Rupa Goswami and Sanatan, that is the time when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave them, Aaj Haitya Tamara Naam Rupa Sanatan. He immediately initiated them and gave them the name Rupa and Sanatan. That was the time when Bhakti Ratnakar says, Jiva Goswami was on the lap of his mother, about 2 to 3 years old. So like that, a guess is about 1511 or 1512 he was born. That is the time he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that is the only time he met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Later on, Rup Sanatan, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, after that he was going to Vrindavan, then he went to Kanai Natshala, and because the crowd became so big, Rup Sanatan only told, Mahaprabhu, you are going to Vrindavan with so many people. Please think about it. You are full, it is difficult for, when let us say 500 people going together. Such big arrangement has to be there. And all that will disturb Chaitanya Mahaprabhu so much. You will not be able to enjoy traveling to Vrindavan in this big group. Think about it once. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately understood, yes, this is not the way. Vrindavan travel, I will not be able to enjoy. So he said, okay, no, I am not going too many people. Whatever, he didn't say all that too many people. He said, no, now is not the time. He went back to Jagannath Puri. After that, immediately he made arrangement. And the same year, on Dasera, Vijayadashami day, he left for Vrindavan alone with one Brahmana, I think, what is his name? Ballabhadra Bhattacharya, and one of his assistant. These three of them went through Jharikanda forest to Vrindavan. And on the way, he stopped in Banaras for some time and went to Vrindavan, spent 2 months over there, and then for the Makar Sankranti, he came back to Prayag. At Prayag, he met Rupa Goswami. He instructed him for more than a month, and he sent him to Vrindavan. Then Sanatan Goswami also met in Banaras. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sanatan Goswami. He came to Banaras and he liberated Prakasananda Saraswati and his group, met them Vaishnava, defeated them in Shastra Charcha. He defeated them, and then, so this is the time Rupa Goswami went, spent some time in Vrindavan, then he had to go back to Bengal for some work. So he went back to Bengal in 1515 sometime. And by then, he found out that their brother Ballabh, that is the father of Jiva Goswami, has already passed away. So Jiva Goswami was somewhere about 5-6 years that time. 5-6 years maximum. 14, 15. 3-4 years, 4 to 5 years, let's say. It's all historical calculation based on, he was in mother's lap, that means it will be on probably 2 years, like that. So it all varies little bit here and there. But about 4 to 5 years old, his father had died. Then anyway, they were from a very prominent family, though not powerful anymore. They were the family of the mantris who were handling the whole kingdom as Pradhan Mantri and finance minister and prime minister. So there was no issue of finance, but not prominence. Anyway, Jiva Goswami was raised up in that situation. He went to school and he was extraordinary in his, educational intelligence. Very, very quickly he was learning everything, and everyone was astonished. Oh my God, how intelligent person he is. Like this, he finished his basic studies, and there is a description in Bhakti Ratnakar that during that time he was so devoted that he made himself a Krishna Balaram deity, and he used to worship them all the time and play with them, do arti to them, and make them some food offer, and then some shringar, flower. This is all that he used to do. And he will offer something. He will ask his friends to bring something to be offered to Krishna Balaram. Like Nityananda Prabhu's pastime we hear, all the time he was playing, from the pastimes of Ramayana and Mahabharata. He used to, play, act, and make all his friends to act like that. Something like that. This time Krishna Balaram. He was worshipping Krishna Balaram, and he was so attached to them that he used to hug them and sleep. And so detached all the time, he used to hear about Rupa and Sanatana and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from his mother. And very, very attached. He will only talk about Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and nothing else. Anybody wants to actually go and talk to him, they know it has to be only about Krishna and nothing else. So it was very clear for everybody that he is going to be a great personality in terms of devotion to Krishna. So, like this, he passed about 15, 16 years age. He finally said, no, this is okay. One day, during this time, about 15, 16, he was chanting, Ha Gaura Sundar, Ha Nityananda, Ha Gaura Sundar, Ha Nityananda, and he was not able to sleep. Whole night he was chanting like this, calling out Nityananda, Chaitanya. And then at the end of the night, suddenly, he fell asleep. And that time he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu appear to him. And he immediately fell at their feet, and with tears with the tears of his eyes, he was washing their feet. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took him up, embraced him, and then he offered him to Nityananda Prabhu. Said, now he is your It is your responsibility now to raise him. So Nityananda Prabhu, immediately he fell at Nityananda Prabhu's feet, and Nityananda Prabhu took him up and he said, Janme Janme, more Prabhu Hok, let my Lord become your Lord life after life. That is pointing at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And like this he was, and he immediately got up. Got up means his sleep. He was sleeping. Last end of the night he saw this dream. This Sapna Desh, sometime we say, or Subha Sapna. Very, very beautiful and a very, very auspicious dream in which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu appeared to him. And then he immediately understood or decided that now it's time. So like that, at the age of 16, he took permission from his mother and first went to their Rupa and Sanatan's old residence and the village house where their parental family lived. He went there and met them, took their permission also, and first went to Navadvip. As soon as when he reached Navadvip, he came to know that Nityananda Prabhu is at that point residing at Srivas Thakur's house. He has come there. Immediately became very, very joyous, went and fell at the feet of Nityananda Prabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu received him and introduced him to everybody. And then he took him, Nityananda Prabhu took him around to show the pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That is Navadvip Parikrama or Navadvip Mandal Parikrama, what we say. He went around and showed all the pastime places of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Jiva Goswami asked his permission to go to he asked his permission to go to, that time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was still there. He was present. So he wanted his permission to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But Nityananda Prabhu, who is supposed to be a very a person who will easily be satisfied and always joyous, and jokingly he deals with his associates. He told him, no, right now you should straight go to Vrindavan. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given Vrindavan Dham to your family. And there your great family members Rupa and Sanatana are there. And they are waiting for you. You have to go. Going through meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and through meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, going to Vrindavan possibility was there. Yes, he could meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But let's say Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes and meets, and he's so attached to him that he doesn't want to leave. What will happen? So this is where Nityananda Prabhu mercifully gave him an order. And the the lesson for us is, many times we think, oh, this is more important from the order that I am getting. He doesn't understand. Oh, I have to go and meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What is this? So Acharyas say, from this unprecedented followership or following of Nityananda Prabhu, he got the mercy of being like a Acharya Pradipa, or the torch bearer of Gaudiya Vaishnavism in a very, very long time to come, for that time period. So he was the greatest of the scholars. Srila Prabhupada also says there were two scholars. One is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That is his own spiritual master, Prabhupada says. And other one was Jiva Goswami. They were the scholars, not in the name, but in reality. There are only two scholars in history. That's what Prabhupada says. So, taking the order of Nityananda Prabhu, he said, no, you straight go to Vrindavan. On the way, better you stop at Banaras. Spend your time there, study all the Shastra. Learn the Vyakarana, become one of the greatest scholar. You have the potency that I can see. Go and stay in Banaras. Learn everything, all the different things of Shastra, and then go to Vrindavan and surrender at the feet of Rupa and Sanatana. So taking his order without any so-called better understanding, stand, he bowed down to Nityananda Prabhu and straight went for Vrindavan. He reached Vrindavan and surrendered at the feet of... No. He reached first Banaras, stayed there, and within a very short time, like Vyakaran, learning it properly takes about 12 years for anybody today, general standard. But about 6 months' time, he mastered everything, including all Shastra, and he became one of the best scholar. In a year's time, he became one of the best scholar in Banaras. Banaras is the seat for all the scholars, but he became one of the best. Age about 18 years. Everybody was surprised. Oh my God, how is this? Even now it is said, Banaras Hindu University has got their theological department. It is Rupa Goswami, their department of Sanskrit is in the name of Rupa Goswami still now. Jiva Goswami. In the name of Jiva Goswami till now. So after that, after finishing his studies there, he went to Vrindavan, surrendered at the feet of Rupa Goswami, and he was serving him. And with his help, Rupa Goswami also, he was doing the editing and transcribing of all the different literatures that, and compiling and all that thing he used to do for Rupa Goswami. And Rupa Goswami was, at one point of time, Rupa Goswami was writing Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And as his assistant, Jiva Goswami was taking care of Jiva Goswami used to say, sometimes he used to write, or Jiva Goswami writing, he is taking, compiling all that, keeping it safely. And like this, one Vaishnava history says, once during that time, Vallabha Bhattacharya came and met Rupa Goswami. And they were discussing Krishna Katha and what you were writing. And Rupa Goswami was, one particular shlok, Rupa Goswami was telling him what he was writing in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. It's a famous verse. Bhakti mukti spriha yavat pishachi hridi vartate tavat bhakti sukhasya katham abadhayo bhavet. Katham abadhayo bhavet. Abhyadayo bhavet. Bhakti mukti spriha yavat pisachi hridi vartate tavat bhakti sukhasya katham abhyadayo bhavet. Which says, until our heart is longing, spriha, our heart is longing, yavat, until that time when bhakti mukti spriha, Bhukti and mukti. Bhukti is enjoyment of the senses. Mukti is liberation. And then he says Pisachi. Bhakti Mukti Spriya he is saying Rupa Goswami compared to Pishachi. Pishachi means it's a witch. Hridi vartate tavad bhakti sukhasya. The happiness that a devotee derives from serving the Lord, or let us say Prabhupada mentions the ecstasy of chanting, ecstasy of serving, ecstasy of being related to Krishna will never arise. Abhyadaya, Udaya is rise. It will never rise. Katham abhyadayo, it will never rise until our heart is longing for bhukti and mukti. So when he said this sloka to Ballava Bhatta, Ballava Bhatta was saying, Arey, there is so much importance given in all different dharma shastra about mukti. And here you are calling mukti as Pishachi? A witch? Mukti also Pishachi? I think it is a little too strong. You may say the same thing, obviously, I understand, but Pishachi, calling Mukti as Pishachi is little, this is what he was trying to tell. Then Rupa Goswami gave another version of the same concept, obviously little toning down the Pishachi word, something like that. And then he said, yeah, this looks good. And Rupa Goswami said, okay, this is what I'll write. Jiva Goswami was sitting next to him, and he was hearing all this. And Rupa Goswami said, all right. And then he said, okay. And then Ballava Bhatta went. And then Jiva Goswami was not happy. Arey, what is this? What he has written, what my spiritual master, what he has written. He was formally initiated by Rupa Goswami as well. So my spiritual master is writing this, and there's nothing wrong about it. Why this man is saying like that? And he went and followed. After some time, he went in another way and met Ballava Bhatta and confronted him. No, how you are saying Pishachi is not the right thing. Rupa Goswami, he is not specifically saying that Mukti is Pishachi. He is saying Mukti Spriha. Bhakti Spriha and Mukti Spriha. Mukti Spriha and Mukti is different thing, first of all. Second thing, if you are thinking about mukti, what else, what is the process that is there? Will that process ever give rise to bhakti sukhasya? Because mukti means dharma, artha, kama, moksha. This is the process. That means you keep doing dharma and dharma and dharma and dharma. That will give rise to artha. Artha means you will get some money, you will get some this and that, some prominence, some beauty, some name, fame. Artha also means money. And then with that, your kama you will be fulfilling. So dharma will bring artha. Artha will give lot of kama. And this process, if you follow for a long time, after that you will become enough punyavan, so that you will get some process where you will be able to start thinking about mukti. Oh, I have to go above this. Finally, whatever we get, rasgulla, jamun, this, that, whatever it is, at the end of 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it is no more enjoyable. So finally we will think, okay, let me think about mukti. Is this the process which can actually give you bhakti? No. So he is saying about mukti spriha. Why you are talking that he is calling mukti as Pishachi and telling that he is wrong in calling it Pishachi. And then finally he said, oh yes, you are right. Okay, I accept my defeat. Prabhupada also tells the story in a different way that that one great scholar came and said, I want to debate with you. And after the debate, you have to give me a certificate that, if I win, you have to give me a certificate, something like that. So he said, Acha, if I give you certificate just now, just like this only, you will leave. Rupa Goswami said. He said, okay, what is that? I have to give the certificate and show everybody that. See? Rupa Goswami I have defeated. That's all I want, what else? He said, okay. He wrote and gave. In our Shastrarth, I have been defeated by so and so. He give a writing. He went, he took that and went. This is another version of the same story, let's say. Jiva Goswami went and met him. How is this you are saying he defeated? I am his disciple, he first defeated me. Let's see how great scholar you are. Then you will think that you have defeated Rupa Goswami. And then immediately, okay, whatever, some discussion happened and he was very badly defeated, this scholar. And then he said, okay, sorry. And he gave back the patra and went away. So when Rupa Goswami came to know about this, okay, now come back to another version. First version. Rupa Goswami was, next day was going to take bath and Ballabhatta met him. He said, yesterday when we were talking, there was this very bright young man sitting next to you. Who is he? He said, he is my disciple and my nephew as well. Oh, very scholarly, very intelligent, huh? Acha, what happened? How did you come to know? No, then he, Pura Vrittant, he told. And he said, and then Rupa Goswami said, okay, please forgive him, huh? And then Rupa Goswami came back, he called him, come here. I am your spiritual master. He is almost similar to me. Such a senior Vaishnava he is. We have discussed something. He has given me some suggestion. I have accepted it. What is your problem? Who are you, mister? You think you have become so big that you can confront anybody with your scholarship? If you have this kind of mentality, you are not qualified to stay in Vrindavan. Your heart has not become soft enough to receive Krishna in your heart. Please go right now. Prabhupada also says that though Rupa Goswami was very, very glad, and that's how a disciple should act. Even though in their humility, great devotees will say, I am humble. I am your dasa, like Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, dasosmi. Whenever somebody used to pay him obeisances or show respect to him, he will say, dasosmi. I am your servant. That does not mean he has become your servant and you say, I am your master now. It is his humility and it is our responsibility to make sure his legacy, his respect, his greatness to be reinstated in our heart. Seeing his humility, humble behavior, his position in our heart should increase. And we make sure the same is propagated or advertised in the sense, he is such great he is. Let us say, glorifying our spiritual master. That is one way to serve him. We have to glorify him and say, see, such humble he is, such great he is. So it is the disciples' duty to make sure his spiritual master's respect is maintained or increased like that. Though, in this particular case, Jiva Goswami was told to leave Vrindavan. So he was very sad or whatever. He left and he went to Nandaghat. And there in a crocodile hole, he used to sit and started fasting. Once in a day he used to eat. That also a little bit of raw atta, no cooking. Raw atta, make a little slurry with Yamuna water, drink. And in a short span, maybe about 2 months time, he was thin, not eating and always chanting and he was composing some commentary on Rupa Goswami's work, something like that he was doing. And in a very short time, the news reached Sanatana Goswami that there is a very, very austere Babaji, living in the Nandaghat, and he has become emaciated. So please go and see, he must be very sick after some time. So Sanatana Goswami went and saw, "Hey, ye to Jiva hai. Jiva he is. Our nephew and such bright scholar, everybody likes him actually. He was so scholarly, so bright and so humble and everything." So at that point he went and met Rupa Goswami. That time he was writing still Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu. So he went and asked, "Dear Rupa, so have you finished Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu?" And then Rupa said, "No, I am still doing it." So many other, obviously they were chanting so many rounds and paying obeisances and doing parikrama and so many other things, obviously. At the same time, they were also writing books. He said, "No, this absence of Jiva is actually slowed down my literary work, writing." Because he used to compile and help and immediately check things and whatever. I used to discuss and so many things. And because he is not there, it has become very, very slow now. I don't know what to do. So he said, "Jive Daya, please show your mercy to the fallen souls and one Jiva." So Rupa Goswami understood, yes. So he said, "See, he has very, very austerely, he is living his somehow managing and living. Very bad situation. If you don't accept him immediately and go and take care of him, it will not be good. He is the Vaishnava, he is the torch bearer of this parampara now. So please take care." So Jiva Goswami again, Rupa Goswami went and brought him back, and again it all started. So like this, Jiva Goswami in turn wrote many, it is said somewhere about 5 lakh slokas, 500,000 Sanskrit slokas were composed. And his Sanskrit sloka were so perfect, he used to compose it in his mind and write it with a metal. There was another option, was to write it with an ink. But he used to write it with a metal pin on the talpatra, which cannot be erased again. But the way his writing was, it was never imperfect. Always perfect, like that. So he, this way, composed many books and gave commentaries on books of Rupa Goswami. Satsandarbha was one of the most important literary work. He also compiled the position of Radharani that is described in all different literatures as the supermost excellent Allahadini Shakti Rasmad, what would he say? So all that Tattva, that's why he is called Tattva Acharya of our Sampradaya. All the Tattva was properly explained from all different angles of vision from the Shastra and presented by Jiva Goswami. And during his time, after Chaitanya Mahaprabhu left, so as I said, Jiva Goswami never met Chaitanya Mahaprabhu after his first meeting as a small boy, 2-3 years old, from the lap of his mother. After that, after slowly all the other Goswamis started winding their pastimes in this world. It is also said that he is the one who slowly organized. There is, let us say, a rule that is to be applied on ourselves. What it is called? Anyway, so generally all Vaishnavas at that point of time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's time until Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami's time also, they were all like I have studied, I have read, I have chanted. In Bengal or from other places, they will come and say, I want to go and live in Vrindavan. And no, I will go and do some bhiksha here, there. So organizing the whole thing as one institution, Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, where all the acharyas are there, who is senior, who is junior, and who has to listen to whom. And all this organizational form and the structure was given by Jiva Goswami. This is the first form of institutionalization of our Gaudiya Vaishnavism. And there is to be sabha, and in the sabha who will speak, and what is the hierarchy, and all that thing was compiled and made into one platform, was done by Jiva Goswami. And all the different temples were established by the different Goswamis. And Jiva Goswami was the one who organized their different puja times. Let us say Mangala Arati. It is not that at the same time everywhere Mangala Arati was happening. First it will start Govindji, and then Gopinath, then Madan Mohan, like that. I am not exact in the chronology at this point, but I am saying that's how it has to happen, so that all devotees will go and attend the Mangala Arati. And after that, there will be Sankirtan and all the big organization of Gaudiya Vaishnavism in Vrindavan. And the different conversations and communications with, let us say, there was no king there, there was Nawab of Delhi, and all that, and then arranging fund. He requested the Nawab that please give us land for the temples to be maintained. And Akbar gave land. There are all these farmans are there in the name of Rupa Goswami in Vrindavan Research Institute even today. So all this organized form was done by Jiva Goswami. He also established, it is said that Rupa Goswami got a dream about Radha Govind from Damodarji, saying, please organize a temple worship through Jiva Goswami. So Rupa Goswami gave the Radha Damodar deity to Jiva Goswami. He established Radha Damodar Mandir. He was obviously a renounced mendicant, so he engaged his disciples who were grastas, and that's how parampara somehow is going on now. Like this, he established different things, and during his time, the three prominent acharyas in the next line of preaching, Srinivasa Acharya, Narottam Das Thakur, and Shyamananda Prabhu. Shyamananda Prabhu was also, there was a very elaborate pastime of Shyamananda Prabhu from Dukhi Krishna, how he became Shyamananda Prabhu. And he was the only, Jiva Goswami was the only one who knew the truth. He met Dukhi Krishna Prabhu, Dukhi Krishna Das. He was serving in Nidhuvan, some area. There he found one golden anklet, and he knew it is divine. The moment he touched it, he became ecstatic and fainted for 3 days, something like that. And then as soon as he came back, he knew. So he went and hid it somewhere. And the next day, one very beautiful Brajavasi girl comes and says, "You are here, you are doing, have you found one anklet here?" He said, "Yes, I have found." "No, please give it to me, it is mine. Yesterday somehow it fell." "No, I don't think it is yours. You show me the other one. And then I will give." So she went back. And then she came back with, "No, you came back, you please tell the bearer of this anklet and show me the other one. I will only personally give it to her and nobody else." So it is said that Radharani came personally and met and as soon as obviously, so Radharani's darshan he got and personally put the ankle bell in her, on her feet. And very, very ecstatic pastime symptoms manifested in his body and all that. Then personally Radharani gave him this Shamananda tilak is a different tilak. It looks like a ankle bell. That tilak personally was drawn by Radharani. So there's a pastime that, his name has become Shamananda and he has changed his tilak. So Jiva Goswami must have done it. He is the disciple of, Dukhi Krishna Das was disciple of Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu in Bengal. He had sent him to Jiva Goswami to learn Siksha Guru. So like that when, 6 more minutes. Like that when this pastime happened, Radharani also told, please don't tell anybody. You have to promise that you will not tell anybody about it except Jiva Goswami. He said, she said nobody. He said, how will it happen? At least my, Jiva Goswami I have to tell, otherwise I am changing everything. It will be very difficult for me to live. He said, okay, only Jiva Goswami. And also tell him not to tell anybody. So it's like order from Radharani herself. So they made up a story that, Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu has appeared in my dream and ordered, changed my name and tilak and all that. Then when Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu came to know about it, he said, no, I never did that. And he personally sent some devotees here and somehow Jiva Goswami managed them. But he was not satisfied. After that he came here and there was big debate. And finally, even to Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu he couldn't tell. His spiritual master. Because there is a direct order from Radharani. Somehow, Hridaya Chaitanya said, no, you are not telling the truth. So right now I am going to wipe out the tilak that is there on your forehead. If it goes away, that means you are telling a lie. If you are telling the truth, it will remain there. So he took some wet cloth and started rubbing. Ironically, it started becoming more and more shiny and it started shining like gold. And then Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu immediately became, seeing the shine, he went to Golok Dham, where Radharani was there, and she told, I have given that. And I have told her not to tell anybody. Please don't take any offense of that. He has done a great service to me by following my order. So when he came back to his, Hridaya Chaitanya Prabhu came to senses here, and there was a great festival done in the honor. So after this, all these three great devotees, they were given the order of preaching in Bengal and Orissa and Northeast. So Narottam Das Thakur went to Northeast areas, Tripura and all these areas. And then Srinivas Prabhu was in Bengal, Shamananda Prabhu was in Odisha, and they were preaching. They took a big lot of, all the books were handwritten, all different Vaishnava literatures were made copies. They were put into big trunk, and the story of how they got stolen, and then by a king, dacoit king there, and how they were recovered and all that. The big, anyway, it will take another 1 hour. And how they were recovered, and Jiva Goswami was, he was the one who was getting all the, it was, big, let us say Bhagavad Gita or one Chaitanya Charitamrita, one copy has to be made. It has to be handwritten, not like taka. Printing press, no, all handwritten. So much time and effort it goes. And if it is suddenly one trunk full of book is gone. So that's how he was very worried. But anyway, who recovered them? Shamanand Prabhu, Narottam Das Thakur and? No. Srinivas Acharya. He made that great king a great devotee. Great dacoit king a great devotee. Birambir. In his name, Birbhum is the area where everybody was made as a decree that they have to be following Vaishnava Siddhanta. Same way Narottam Das Thakur made in Tripura. Tripura king became the devotee, and then whole Tripura was made a Vaishnava kingdom. Everybody puts tilak and kanti and all that. So great preaching work was done under Jiva Goswami's guidance. And he organized the... And after Narottam Das Thakur Kheturi program, where first time Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthday, what is it? No. Jannava Mata was there. What is the festival? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance day, what do we call it? Gaur Purnima. Somehow that word is not coming. Gaur Purnima. First Gaur Purnima was organized by Narottam Das Thakur in Kheturi Gram. There, Jannava Mata was there personally taking care of all the devotees, prasadam and all that. So after the program, Jannava Mata with her followers came to Vrindavan, carrying Radharani deities. They were established, Krishna deities were established by Goswamis, but Jiva Goswami sent a letter that Radharani is not there. We need Radharani to be establishing her position. So like the Radharani deity in in Damodar also, Radharani we see, that was brought by Jannava Mata. So he accompanied Jannava Mata for a Brajamandal Parikrama. And like that he established, and in due course of time, he ended his pastime in this world. So this great scholar and a great devotee, as an organizer of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, and later on his Tattva Siddhanta, which was brought forward by Baladev Vidyabhushan as Govinda Bhashya of Vedanta Sutra, and with which the Raja of Jaipur became a great devotee, and he organized many establishment of many temples and Vaishnava Siddhanta Prachar and all that. So great literary work and lot of preaching work and administrative work of dealing with this Nawab and this and that from Vaishnava point of view as an organization was done by Jiva Goswami. So his teachings from his life and his literary work, his devotion to Lord Nityananda and Gaur Sundar and to his spiritual masters Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, praying that all that will appear at our heart, in our heart, and help us achieve some attachment to Radha Krishna, to Hare Krishna Mahamantra Nama Prabhu, to the lotus feet of our spiritual master, so that we can, without a question, follow his orders. And we will reap the result tomorrow. We will see how to follow. We must learn today. Tomorrow we will reap the result. Today we think, why should I follow? Tomorrow never comes. So all this learnings from his life, let us enlighten, let all these teachings enlighten our path towards our desired goal of devotion to our spiritual master and to Nama Prabhu. So as the torch bearer, let his life become a light showing the path towards devotion to Krishna. Praying all this, we will stop here. Let us go and attend the Guru Puja. Srila Jiva Goswami Pad ki jai, Vishwaguru Srila Prabhupada ki, Radha Vrindavan Chandra ki jai, Vrindavan Dham ki jai, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra ki jai, Sankirtan Maha Yajna ki jai, Jiva Goswami Pad Tirvapati Maha Mahotsav ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
जो रोम रोमाञ्चकम्पाशुतरङ्गबाजो
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द जय प्रभुपाद
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनादो
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमाजनादो
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमर्जनादो
श्रीविग्रहाराधननित्यनाना शृङ्गारतन्मन्दिरमाजनादो
युक्तस्य भक्तं शनियुञ्जतोऽपि
युक्तस्य भक्तं शनियुञ्जतोऽपि
युक्तस्य भक्तं शनियुञ्जतोऽपि
युक्तस्य भक्तं शनियुञ्जतोऽपि
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम् जय
वन्दे
प्रभुपाद
गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घा
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गा
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्घा
चतुर्विधा श्रीभगवत्प्रसादो स्वादन्नतृप्तान् हरिभक्तसङ्गा
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजता सदैव
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजत सदैव
कृत्वैव तृप्तिं भजता सदैव
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्ना
श्रीराधिका माधवयोरपारा माधुर्यलीला गुणरूपनाम्ना
प्रतीक्षणा स्वाधनलोलुपस्य
प्रतीक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य
प्रतीक्षणा स्वाधनलोलुपस्य
प्रतीक्षणा स्वादनलोलुपस्य जय
वन्दे गुरो
प्रभुपाद
श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
निकुञ्जयो नो रतिकेलिसिद्ध्यै ययालिभियोतिरपेक्षणीया
निकुञ्जयो नो रतिकेलिसीदे व्यायालिभिरूपिरपेक्षणीया
तत्रादिदाक्षादतिवल्लभस्य
तत्रातिदाक्ष्यादतिवल्लभस्य
तत्रादिदाक्षादतिवल्लभस्य
तत्रातिदाक्ष्यादतिवल्लभस्य जय
वन्दे
प्रभुपाद।
गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्त्रशास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः
साक्षाधरित्वेन समस्तशास्त्रे उक्तस्तथा भाव्यत एव सद्भिः
किन्तु प्रभोर्या प्रिय एव तस्य
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 वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दम्
यस्य प्रसादात् भगवत्प्रसादो यस्य प्रसादात् न गति कुतोऽपि
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 ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्या
ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्या
ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्या
ध्यायन्तु वां तस्य यशस्त्रीसन्ध्या
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणरविन्द
वन्दे गुरो श्रीचरणारविन्दं
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 जय जीव गोस्वामी शिल प्रभुपदा जीव गोस्वामी शिल प्रभुपदा
जय जीव गोस्वामी शील प्रभुपदा जीव गोस्वामी शील प्रभुपदा
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ऊपर नीचे ऊपर एक ऊपर एक नीचे ठीक है ठीक है अभी भाई जय राधा वृंदावन अभी स्टार्ट करें इधर देखिए और बजा रहे ना वही है देखिए एकदम सैड वाला एकदम रोना चाहिए लोग बैठ के
रोने वाला
कैलपति प्रभु बैठे जल्दी कीजिए
जयो राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे
जय राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधा वृंदावन चंद्र राधे
जय